Welcome back to Dark Corner's Physical Media Reviews. We're looking at Imprint's new 3-disc set of Wolf Creek, the unrated cut on 4K and Blu-ray and the theatrical cut on Blu-ray. All films are to some extent a matter of taste, and Wolf Creek is one of those that is more than most, and if you've been watching Dark Corners any length of time, you can probably guess that this is not my sort of thing at all, not remotely.
Head on a stick?
With that caveat, this falls within the blanket genre of ozploitation, which is a big blanket covering classics like Wake in Fright, cult favourites like Razorback, and whatever the hell the Howling 3 is. Often with an orange palette. The plot could be explained on the back of a postcard, and it's nothing that hasn't been done 100 times, from Texas Chainsaw to Tucker and Dale. A trio of young people on the holiday of a lifetime fall foul of a local psycho in the middle of nowhere.
I can tell you, but then I'd have to kill you.
What sets Wolf Creek apart is how it addresses both sides of the story, and in very different ways. Almost half the film takes place before Liz, Kristin and Ben are in any danger beyond, sadly, everyday horrors.
Me and my mates are going to see if your girlfriends would be interested in a little bit of a gangbang.
I wouldn't call this section particularly tense. It's more about character and world building. Perhaps not how we usually think of it. Shot in a verite style with a dialogue that is a mix of script and improvisation.
I can't believe we're leaving.
Which works, as this sort of thing usually does, sporadically. Sometimes like we're eavesdropping on a real conversation, others horribly forced.
So my advice is that we all have an awesome time together. You sort out whatever it is that's going on between you and this so-called girlfriend you've allegedly got.
And improvisation does tend to string out scenes, not always to their benefit, but it does establish a real world and the people in it. Whether they're people you like or want to spend a 45-minute road trip with is a judgment call.
Date 1, Captain's log. So far, no sign of intelligent life forms. Starting to doubt.
Having checked out distant landmark Wolf Creek Crater...
Wow, that's impressive.
See you later, Wolf Creek.
The trio's car won't start. And as they bed down for the night...
Hang on, it's a car.
How do you know?
And...
What the bloody hell are you mob doing out here?
Mick Taylor is Aussie good old boy by numbers, and yet there is always an air of threat.
Never know where I might pop up.
And when they agree to go back to his camp so he can fix their car, we know where this is going. And after the long, slow build to this point, the other half of this film shoots for the lines in its extremes. Which we're obviously not showing in a YouTube review.
Let's play.
The violence and scenes of torture are strong, certainly too strong for me, which is a pretty low bar, but still. So these two sides of the film serve to put real people in an unreal situation. Mick is the typically superhuman slasher villain, but in a brutally real way. There are some proper genre cliches, but also some not, which does keep you off balance. For all the realism, I personally didn't feel like the characters were well drawn. They're real in the sense of people you might glimpse on the street, not like friends whom you know and really fear for. And I do wonder if director Greg McLean, in trying to avoid standard movie technique, has avoided some that might have been helpful. It still wouldn't have worked for me, but just generally. I did also find one aspect of the conclusion very hard to buy. There's nothing new in the extras, but what there is perfectly good. Insightful documentary cataloguing the struggles of an ultra-low budget production. Like the drought-ridden desert location getting its first rainfall in years just before shooting started.
What is with this weather?
And an entertaining and light-hearted commentary contrasting with the gruesomeness on screen. Actors Cassandra McGrath and Kesty Marassi fondly reminiscing on what they went through. And an interview with John Jarratt, who played Mick Taylor, who liked the script but was unsure if a first-time director would be able to get the project off the ground.
Settle down, that's not going to kill you.
Made for $1 million, Wolf Creek was an early film to be shot mostly digitally rather than on film, so there is less room for hidden details to be revealed by the 4K master. The dark scenes reveal more detail, but really only if you're looking for it. As a film, I was never going to like this because, regardless of any point it might be making, I don't like watching women being assaulted. I don't like watching anyone being assaulted. I really don't get that. Objectively, I can see that this is doing something different, and that's to be applauded. And what it's doing, it does well. I think its success or failure as a viewing experience is probably best judged by those more enamoured of the genre.
See you later, sweetheart.
Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe. Let us know your thoughts on this film in the comments below. It's one that really divides opinion. And any other ozplotation faves. Take advantage of TeePublic's Halloween sale with the Dark Corners t-shirt range, featuring classic B-movie monsters like the Saucer Men, the Giant Claw, the Robot Monster, or that thing what conquered the Earth. Available in a variety of colours and wording that seemed like a good idea when we thought of it. Also, silent legend Lon Chaney in one of his most iconic makeups, the vampire from London After Midnight. Even our science advisor would say yes to this offer. And for the true Dark Corners fan, here he is on a t-shirt. Also our Lucha Libre advisor. You'll need both as they are totally different people. Don't miss TeePublic's Halloween sale.